Imagine two brothers, once living in the same house, who are now bitter enemies, pointing weapons at each other across a heavily guarded fence. That's essentially the story of North and South Korea. But how did it get this bad? Why can't they just get along? The story starts long before the famous division. For centuries, Korea was a single, unified kingdom with a rich, shared history and culture. But in the early 20th century, things took a dark turn when Japan colonized the peninsula. After Japan's defeat in World War II in 1945, the Korean people hoped for freedom. Instead, their country became a pawn in a new global power struggle, the Cold War. The Soviet Union, which was communist, occupied the northern half of Korea, while the United States, which was capitalist, occupied the southern half. They drew a temporary dividing line at the 38th parallel, promising to help Korea establish its own independent government. But temporary turned into permanent. The two superpowers couldn't agree on a unified government, so they each installed regimes that matched their own ideologies. The North became the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, a communist state led by Kim Il-sung, and the South became the Republic of Korea, a capitalist state. This ideological division set the stage for disaster. On June 25, 1950, North Korea, backed by the Soviets, and China invaded the South, hoping to unify the peninsula by force. This kicked off the brutal Korean War. The United States and its allies jumped in to defend the South. For 3 devastating years, the war raged up and down the peninsula, causing millions of casualties and reducing cities to rubble. In 1953, an armistice was signed, but it wasn't a peace treaty. It was just a ceasefire. It stopped the fighting and created the Demilitarized Zone, or DMZ, a heavily fortified border that separates the two countries to this day. So technically, North and South Korea are still at war. Decades of separation, military tension, and drastically different paths have deepened the divide. The North remained an isolated totalitarian state focused on its military, while the South transformed into a vibrant, democratic, and economic powerhouse. Families were torn apart, and generations grew up seeing each other as the enemy. So while they share a language and a history, the wounds of war and the clash of global powers created a division that has tragically lasted for over 70 years. Thanks for watching. If you found this explanation helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into world history. See you next time.